But even though he failed, did he quit?
No. He did one. He did another one, and he
kept going, huh?
Yeah.
So one failure didn't cause him to stop. He just kept going and kept trying.
Yeah, he does. He did a ninja flip. He did slide flip and just landed one time.
Whoa.
Easy peasy, lemon squeeze.
Did you try after him?
Yeah, I did land it.
You landed it too?
No.
Oh, you didn't land it.
I tried to land in my side flips, but one time I landed a front flip.
Whoa.
I imagine myself, I can do it.
Yeah, and then how did it feel after you landed it?
It feels great. I bent so low. I was so great.
Where's the keys?
On the dresser right by you. Oh, I don't know where the keys to your dad's truck are, though, but you should be able to get to their car seats without keys, I think.
Bye, Mom.
Bye, dear.
Bye.
Bye, Kaden.
Bye.
Bye. Love you. Y'all see how my 6-year-old already knows how to manifest, and he's 6, so y'all gotta pay attention. Nah, that ain't realistic. Or telling your kids things are unrealistic, telling your kids things aren't possible. Who are you to determine the possibilities? Every single backstory of almost every single person, especially black person that we know, whether true or not, it has been they brought themselves up from the mud. And with them stories of them bringing themselves up through the mud, they literally took themselves from nothing to something. So who are you ever to tell your child what they're thinking about is unrealistic? Last night I had to sweep the vent, so I got lint everywhere. Forgive me, judge me. Do you. I do me. And it's so fucking beautiful, and I'm trying to teach you how to do you. Pick up your merch at LoneeTaylorArt.com and pick up your book, What's the Best That Can Happen? It is literally my ascension guidebook that I wrote when I actually figured out, bitch, you're ascending right now. But I didn't know what it was at the time. But I knew enough. You know, but you don't know. I knew enough to document it, but I didn't know what I was documenting. But thank God I did. Pick up your copy. And just like that, I figured out what Donda West was doing with Kanye West. My God. Since I watched that documentary, y'all sleeping on Kanye West. Kanye is not from this dimension at all, because I figured out what Donda West was doing with Kanye West. She was activating his higher consciousness. He was never fed the typical BS that our black community and society as a whole, but I'm familiar with who I am and as I identify. So he was never fed the limitations. He was never fed the you just like your daddy limitations. He was never fed any of those things. Donda West, whether known or unknown, raised Kanye to be a super manifester. That's why this man, look at what Kanye, watch the documentary. He is riding around in an old whatever it is, and in his own donuts. Like, this dude came from that to owning half of Calabasas, I don't know what the hell this man owns, to being so rich that people welcome him. Stadiums welcome him to come sleep. And he can be homeless. Like, homelessness is a problem unless you're Kanye West. This man has figured out how to successfully be. He didn't figure it out. He ascended to the Kanye West that can be homeless and be welcomed. He has ascended to the Kanye West where he can just create whatever the hell he wants to. Like, he is in his creative dream. He is literally creating trash, and y'all are buying it. And he is just loving it. His higher self is just loving it. He was just like, man, what else can I create? And I bet you I could get him to buy it. Oh, Kanye West, you are a brilliant, brilliant man. Being. But, what the hell is going on in that Kardashian camp where you... I get it. I'll just say I get it. Watch that documentary. Watch how Donda West spoke to Kanye West. Every time I watch that documentary, every time you watch that documentary, I bet you we both saw something different. I honed in. I saw his vision, and I saw, how he knew something inside of him knew, and that's what called to me, was something inside of him knew. And I was like, I need to see how this goes out, because yes, this is Kanye's story, but Kanye's story is my story if I believe it. And so I'm watching it from that perspective. But when Donda hit that screen and she said, "What do you think about that, Kanye?" "Yeah, I think so too, Kanye." Oh, what? What are you gonna do about that, Kanye?" "Yeah, Kanye." I was like, why the heck does she keep saying this boy's name? This man's name, this being's name. Why does she keep saying his name? She's doing something. Yeah, so I was like, she's doing something to him. I'm talking about Donda West and Kanye West. Those previous videos, I just figured out she raised him to live in a higher consciousness. And I don't know why he doesn't say this. Like, he's not from here. He probably, I don't watch him like that, but he's definitely demonstrated he's not from here. But we don't believe demonstration. We don't believe, like, how are we supposed to? Dre was like the other day, "You already said you were an alien, and now you're telling me you're a higher consciousness named Malachi." Like, he's mocking me. I was like, look, at least I'm trying to figure out what I am. Half of y'all out there don't know what you are. You're not like everybody else, but you're so outcast for admitting you're not like everybody else. At least I'm trying to figure this shit out, and I figured out what I am, even though I haven't figured out what I am. It's that I know, but I have not understood it, and I'm trying to get to the place of understanding. But I'm to the point where I have definitely holding on to. I know I have ascended into higher dimensions. I know that I have achieved higher consciousness. I was watching a video today where this guy was talking about, the different manifestations of the chakras. And he was saying when you're in the heart chakra, you're very creative and, you want to create. Everything that you do is creative. I was like, well, I literally identify as a creative, and it's not just my outward, and it's not just my outward identification. It is also Lonnie Taylor Art Dot, just to support the team. It's not just the outward manifestation. I don't create because it's trend. I literally turned myself into an artist. Check me out, Lonnie Taylor Art. And let's tell this part of the origin story. When I first started doing art, that was when we moved into this house. Actually, boom, I could trace this back to, like, we could trace everything back down to the skeet, honestly. Our higher consciousness, our God consciousness decided to come to this earth. When I wrote this book, "What's the Best That Can Happen?" Pick up your copy. This is my Ascension Guidebook to help you begin to break through the third dimensional ideologies and chains and start teaching yourself how to ascend. But I could trace this all the way back to a YouTube video that I watched a long time ago that said if you want to usher in money, you need to move things around. Clean up your house, move your furniture, yada yada. Well, at the same time, we had to leave our last property